Hi everyone, welcome back. So in the last video we went deep into prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. And if you remember, we kept talking about the mysterious thing called the cell membrane. And today what is exactly what we are covering. The cell membrane. What is it, how it works, and most importantly, how things actually move in and out of cell. This is one of those topics that connects everything in biology, so pay attention, it is worth it. So every single cell has a membrane. This is basically the cell's outer boundary, its skin, but it's not just a wall sitting there doing nothing. It's an incredibly smart selective barrier. It decides what comes in and what goes out. It's made of something called a phospholipid bilayer, we'll get into that in a second, and it has a protein channel embedded in it that act like gates and pumps. And here is something I love about the membrane. It is flexible, it's not rigid. It moves, it frees, it adapts. Think of it less like a wall and more like a bouncer and a door at the same time. Okay, so let's talk about the actual structure. The membrane is made of two layers of molecules called phospholipids. Each one has head and tail. The head is hydrophilic, meaning it loves water. The tail is hydrophobic, meaning it absolutely hates water. So what happens? Two heads face outward toward the water and the tail hide in the middle facing each other. Two layers, head out, tails in, that is the B layer. And here's the beautiful part. Things arrangement happens naturally, on its own, without any energy. The molecules just arrange themselves that way because of their chemistry. And this B layer is only 7 to 10 nanometers thick, incredibly thin but incredibly powerful. Now let's talk about how things actually move through the membrane. The first type is called diffusion and is the simplest. No energy needed, molecules just move on their own from an area of high concentration to low concentration. Think about when you spray perfume in one corner of a room. You do not push the scent across the room, it just spread out naturally until it was evenly distributed. That is diffusion. In cells, oxygen and carbon dioxide move this way. Oxygen is high outside the cell, low inside, so it diffuses in. Carbon dioxide is high inside, so it diffuses out. It continues until both sides are balanced, which we call equilibrium. Simple, elegant, no energy spent. And second one, osmosis. Osmosis is basically the same idea, but especially for water. Water moves from a low solid concentration to a high solid concentration through a partially permeable membrane. In other words, water chases salt. Now, there are three situations to know. Hypertonic, less solute outside than inside. Water rushes into the cell and it swells. Hypertonic, more solute outside. Water leaves the cell and it shrinks. And isotonic, equal solute on both sides, no net movement, cell stays stable. This matters massively in medicine. If you give a patient the wrong IV drip, wrong concentration, their cells can literally burst or shrivel. Getting things right saves lives. Now here's where it gets interesting. Sometimes the cell needs to move things against the concentration gradient from low to high. This is like pushing the boulder uphill. It requires energy, specifically ATP. This is called active transport and it uses protein pumps built into the membrane. A perfect example is the sodium potassium pump in your nerve cells. It constantly pumps sodium out and potassium in, even when there is already more sodium outside. Why? Because your nerve cells need that specific balance to fire signals. Without it, you cannot think, move, or feel anything. Your gut also uses active transport to absorb glucose from food, pulling it into your bloodstream even when there is already plenty there. So, to summarize, passive transport needs no energy, moves with the gradient, and covers diffusion and osmosis. Active transport needs ATP, moves against the gradient, and uses protein pumps. Passive handles oxygen, CO2, and water. Active handles glucose, sodium, potassium ions. Two completely different mechanisms, both essential, both happening in your cells right now as you watch this. And this is not just biology class theory, this matters everywhere. Drug delivery, medicines have to cross cells membranes to reach their target. Whether a drug is fat soluble or water soluble completely changes how it enters cells and how effective it is. Your nervous system runs entirely on active transport. The sodium-potassium pump fires millions of times per second across your entire body. HIV, the virus literally hijacks membrane proteins to get inside CD4 immune cells. This is how it infects you. And cancer cells rewire their membrane transport to absorb more nutrients and grow faster than normal cells. Understanding this is key to stopping them. And that's for today. The cell membrane, phospholipid bilayer, diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. Once you understand how cells control what moves in and out, you start seeing it everywhere. In medicine, in diseases, in your own body every second of the day. In the next video, we are going into specialized animal cells. For example, red blood cells, neurons, muscle cells, sperm cells, fat cells, 7 incredible cells, each perfectly built for one specific job. You are going to love it. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Drop a like if this helped, and I will see you in the next one.